This is kind of a hard story to tell. When I was in ninth grade, I bullied someone for the first time in my life. So in ninth grade, I moved to Georgia from living overseas. I lived in Jakarta, Indonesia for the majority of elementary school and all of middle school, and came back stateside in ninth grade. So I was the new kid. I was short, chubby, and frankly, I was just really, really insecure. Because I was kind of always a little bit of a character and, could make people laugh, ended up using that power in a negative way. And it's just something that completely changed my life. There's this girl that was in ninth grade with me who was just like the sweetest girl in the world. And one day she was walking down the hall towards me, and like an obnoxious 13-year-old, basically, I jumped across the hall and was like, ugh, made this like face of utter disgust, and was like, oh my gosh, oh, so gross. And she started crying. Instead of that being the moment that I took the opportunity to kind of like, oh man, I'm so sorry, gosh, I didn't mean to, hurt your feelings. I was just kidding around. I just kind of brushed it off, kind of high-fived my friends, and, that was it. That was a Friday. And I'll never forget that because we also had Monday off. It was like a holiday weekend. Came back to school on Tuesday, and I kind of walked into this room where we all hung out before school and noticed that everybody was kind of like solemn and just kind of melancholy, and I kind of made some dumb remark like, hey, look, you guys just look like you got back from a funeral. And immediately one of my friends like kind of swooped in and was like, hey man, like something like terrible has happened. And then he explained what happened. So that Friday was this girl's 15th birthday. As part of her 15th birthday, here in the state of Georgia at that time, you could get your learner's permit that day. So I think she checked out of school early, went and got her learner's permit, and then went to celebrate with family. Well, that night, and I think she had like a sister or a family member that was like 21 or something like that. So she was able to like drive with that family member, and she was just kind of, driving home from their birthday kind of dinner celebration. And a car came into their lane, and because she was an inexperienced driver, she didn't really know what to do and didn't know how to react. And the cars collided head on, and she was killed immediately. So my friend tells me all of this, and I immediately just break down. The last time that I saw this girl, I made her feel bad. I made her cry. I was a bully. And I'll never get a chance to apologize. These are all the things that are running through my head. I'll never get a chance to apologize to her. I'll never get a chance to, explain that I was just an idiot and that I was just a self-conscious, chubby moron that chose to make someone else feel bad so that I could feel better about myself. I'll never get that chance. I just had this epiphany immediately then. No, I may never have a chance in this life to tell this girl that I was sorry for that, but I can change and I can make a difference. Not only will I never treat someone like that again, but I won't tolerate those who do, and I will spread the message and the story so that others never make the same mistake that I did. One of the reasons why I started this vlog, and I talk about it with my friends all the time, is that someday I hope my kids and their kids will be watching this. And this is a story that, ultimately, this is an event in my life that holds a lot of gravity and really, really made a huge impact on my life. During college and right after college, I worked for a mental health facility, and I would tell this story. As you may be, if you know me at all, these kids were shocked whenever I told them this story. They couldn't believe that Mr. Woody would ever do that to anyone. You see, because I made it a point in my life every single day to bring some sort of joy and happiness into those kids' lives. I may not change their life, I may not change the world, but the one thing that I had control of was bringing some sort of positivity into their life. And that is how my life was forever changed from that moment. So if you're a kid and you're watching this, understand that bullying someone 100% comes from a place of fear and insecurity and making someone else feel worse than you or lower because you want to lift yourself up. But let me tell you something, never in a million years as an adult in any way are you going to be successful if you're a bully. Being a ray of positivity or joy in someone's life every single day, you're going to be more successful than you could ever imagine. I promise you that. That's today's message. Super heavy, but a story that I think is important to tell.